Hey, it's me, Kristen, and I have a 4th of July mini cheesecake recipe to share with you. So you're going to need some mini muffin tins, not mini muffin tins, but 36 of them. Here's my recipe I'm looking at. So you need 36 line the muffin pans with the liners, and then you're going to take some golden Oreos or, vanilla sandwich cookies, and then put one cookie at the bottom of each liner. That is going to act as the crust instead of, a graham cracker crust. You're using a cookie instead, okay? So one in each of the bottom of the liners. And now I'm going to beat 4 bricks of cream cheese, okay? I'm going to use my electric mixer, of course, hand mixer, sorry. So this needs to be softened, and you can either leave it out in the microwave on the counter or use the microwave, which is what I did. So here it is, smoothed and blended, just a cream cheese so far. And then we're going to take 1 cup of granulated sugar and put it in there with the cream cheese, like this. Okay, and then put it in there, yeah. And then get your hand mixer again, Kristen, just like this. There it is, okay. And then blend the cream cheese and the sugar together. So yeah, you're going to make the mini cheesecakes out of regular muffin pans, okay? We're not using a mini muffin pan, which is what you kind of think of when you read this recipe, but no. Just use a regular standard muffin pan. Okay, I want to clear that up. Okay, and then I'm going to add some vanilla to the cream cheese and sugar. And this is going to be our filling. That's all there is to it on this. This is a really easy recipe to prepare, because there's just not much to it. Okay, and then I lied. 4 eggs. And then that will be it. So crack 4 eggs into a little pitcher and mix them in one at a time. Don't dump them all at once, just do one at a time. And then here comes the 4th of July part, the sprinkles. Yay! I found these ones on Amazon. I couldn't find them in stores. It's really obnoxious. I wish these 4th of July would be stocked in stores, like along with the fireworks. That would be great. But anyway, had to order them on Amazon, and this is going to make them look more 4th of July appropriate. So I'm just going to put in just however much I want. And as soon as these sprinkles hit the wet batter, they're going to start to bleed and melt, okay? So use a spatula and gently as you can fold them in. And as you can tell, my batter is turning kind of blue right away. This was kind of obnoxious to work with, but I mean, it was worth it in the end, I guess. So I just stopped there. I didn't add any more, and oh well, there's the rest of a container I had. But after this, for sure, I'm not adding any more sprinkles to the batter. I would rather just wait until they're done, till I'm ready to put them in the oven, and then I'll just sprinkle some more on top. And that will have to suffice, okay? So now I'm going to pour the batter into my large measuring cup here. This is just to make it easier for me to fill each cupcake liner, because you can't pour it from a huge bowl into a little area. It doesn't work. So fill each liner, each well, about 3/4 of the way full. Preheat your oven to 350. 350, yes. And this is going to make, as I said, 36 mini cheesecakes altogether. I had to use several pans for this. I had, I think, 4 of them altogether to make 36. But anyway, just use what you have, and it'll turn out just great. I hope everybody's summer is going well so far. I can't believe we're into July now. It's going so fast, this year is. But anyway, yeah, we're in full swing of summer here. Slowing down a little bit. I work for a school, so I have the summers off, which is nice. So anyway, back to the mini cheesecakes here. As I said, I'm just going to sprinkle some more on top. And then these will bake down into the cheesecakes. So it will have plenty of festivities going on in the inside of these. Don't worry. But yeah, it's hard to find 4th of July sprinkles. I don't know why. We need to work on that, stores. And here we have them all ready to go in the oven. So I have my oven preheated to 400. I'm just going to get these all situated inside of the oven the best I can. I wanted to keep them all on one rack because I wanted to make sure that they bake evenly. Sometimes if you put things on the bottom, they'll bake a lot faster than the rack above, and I just wanted to keep them all on one rack. So bake them for 20 minutes, and they were set. They look good. I pushed down on one just to see if they were set enough and not too jiggly in the middle. And 20 minutes was perfect for these mini cheesecakes. Look, they look so good. I love that. So yeah, this is a cute little recipe to make if you want to take them to the 4th of July, if you're going to a nice gathering. See, I push down and it springs back a little bit, and that to me tells me that they are done. So yeah, I'm going to let these cool completely. And, then they're all done, just like this. You have to store them in the fridge, just so you know. And then to top them off, I will give them a little squirt of whipped cream, along with a little bit more sprinkles, and look how cute. The cookie is really good on the bottom with the crunchy cookie and the soft cheesecake. Those are really good. Okay, now moving on to the next recipe. I'm making Scotcharoos. Okay. If you like chocolate, if you like butterscotch, then you'll want to make this for sure. Okay, so first of all, I'm starting with the mixture that we're going to pour onto the cereal. The rice cereal. So I have, as you saw, granulated sugar, light corn syrup, and butter. So I just lightly simmered this mixture until the sugar was somewhat dissolved, or is dissolved. You don't want to boil it, that'll make it grainy. So you just let it go until it kind of simmers around the edges, and then you take it off the heat and then put in 1 cup of creamy peanut butter. This is not over the heat, this is off the heat. So we'll just mix the peanut butter into the other ingredients here until it's melted and it comes a little bit runny. As you'll be able to see here. This is I love these little Scotcharoos. They're so good. I love butterscotch and chocolate, and who doesn't love cereal treats? Just about everybody does, right? So this is a good little treat to make, and it makes quite a bit because you're going to put them into a 9x13. But anyway, so once the peanut butter is all melted into the butter and the sugars, then you're going to pour the whole mixture over the cereal, the rice cereal. And this is like, just like you're making cereal treats, but you're using the peanut butter mixture instead of marshmallows to bind it all together. So I have a greased 9x13 dish here. This is a no-bake recipe, by the way. So we're not heating up our kitchens in the summer. So just take a spatula, or you can take, I'm going to have 1 piece of parchment paper, put that down, and we're going to use the bottom of a measuring cup here and just try to evenly press down on over the surface of the cereal treats and to make a flat surface, a flat, even surface, and it'll look like this when you're done. And now we're going to melt the chocolate chips and butterscotch chips together. So you do about 1 cup of each flavor, just like this. Here's the milk chocolate. You could use semi-sweet if you want. Maybe we should have used that. I don't know. It was still really good. The semi-sweet will just add a kind of a bitter flavor in contrast to all the sweetness going on here. But it's all right. So I'm just adding, this is optional, just a little bit of coconut oil to the chocolate chips. And then we'll just stick them in there for, about 30 seconds. Take them out, give them a stir, see how much they're melting. And they're starting to. Not quite enough though. We're going to stick it back in the microwave. Another 30 seconds and then give it another mix. And the chocolate chips will melt down just perfectly, I promise. So anyway, this is a really easy recipe to make. And you can store it out at room temperature for about a week. But I'm sure they won't last very long, especially if you're taking these to a family gathering on the 4th of July or a potluck or what have you, and you just want to bring something kind of quick and easy. This is a great one to bring also. So once the chocolate chips are all melted, then you'll just pour it over the top and just smooth it out. And then you just let it sit out and set, let the chocolate set. And if it doesn't set fast enough for you, then you can just pop them into the fridge for about 15-20 minutes, and then they'll be good to go. So here they are in their magnificence. They are so delicious. These are really great. And I will have these recipes linked for you in the description, and happy 4th.